going on YouTube? It's your boy Trinity Wolf, and welcome back to another amazing Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode, where this one is actually about Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. But before we get started, if you want the best hero content out there, please destroy that subscribe button. But, of course, I do other Yu-Gi-Oh! Things as well, but this is definitely a more hero-based channel, but of course I like playing other things, but definitely, if you want the best hero content out there, you definitely need to be subscribed to this channel. And this Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode will prove to you why I'm the best. So, on to round one. Maybe not the biggest threat against the deck, but against Harpy Ladies. My hand wasn't the greatest. We started off with a Fusion Destiny, but of course, with your regular standard hero builds, it's really good. But for me, I'm more focused on the elemental aspect of my deck, considering that I have different attributes in my deck. We have the Solid Soldier, the Blaze Man, everybody plays Liquid Soldier, but still like water, the Neos package for light. So I'm not really wanting to start with Fusion Destiny, unless I'm playing the Dominance build. That's the only time I want to see Fusion Destiny going first. But, oh, hello, Yugioh. You want to... Hi. Sorry, guys. But yeah, as you can see, it was definitely a blowout. Plasma, DPE, Dark Law. Harpies couldn't do a thing. As you see, he made Baguska, but Plasma's on the field, so it did absolutely nothing. So, game 2, however, I knew once I saw Harpy Ladies, I was probably going to have to deal with that crazy Featherstorm card where I just don't get to play. But fortunately enough for me, I didn't have to deal with that at all. As you can see, it was just double Harpy Lady, Harpy's Oracle, just to get one of the spells back in the end phase. I believe it just makes a Baguska pass here because, if I don't have any kind of disruption, Baguska is a pretty big problem for heroes unless we can manage to spit 3 bodies on the board and get Plasma. That's really the only thing we can do. But fortunately enough for me, we actually drew the Droplet for our turn. So, sorry, I'm just enjoying my cat being in the camera there. We actually drew Droplet for our turn, and pretty much just going to win us the game there because I don't believe he had any hand traps or anything like that. So. Excuse me, Jojo. You're doing too much. Sorry, guys. But as you can see, I just blow up. We did the Solid Soldier, fusing Solid Soldier. Actually, no, we made Cross first. Sorry, we were adding Polymerization. I wasn't paying attention just because of Jojo there. But as you can see, the Solid Soldier fusing away is huge. We had our Miracle, draw 2. Discard 1, Solid Soldier brought Stratos back. We reset our Polymerization. Stratos destroyed the spells and traps. And I pretty much go Miracle Fusion here and make our Elemental Hero Core link into our Link 3, and pretty much Dread Decimator boosts everybody enough to swing for a game. Round 2, however, this one was actually very close, you guys. Emancipators. Once I saw one of them rock boys, I was like, oh my god, this is not gonna be fun. And believe it or not, you guys, this is not the first game. This is not the first match I play against Emancipators today in Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. As you can see, he pops off. He's got a Baguska, Herald. And remember, guys, Baguska only stops activated effects. So whatever the thing's name is, it's a continuous effect of banishing stuff. But that pretty much does it for me. That game 1, I couldn't really do anything. I get to go first. Game 2, we Hero Lives for Stratos. We pretty much just go uninterrupted here. And what made this game probably the best one out of the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Day was just pretty much my side deck. The tech was just like amazing because no one's playing this card, and I don't understand why certain matchups are just really good against it. As you can see, I just blow up. I just make my entire board. We just get plasma. We make plasma. We set 4 pass. He goes main phase, battle phase, end of battle phase. And as you can see, I activate Artifact Lancia. And I was like, that's right. Artifact Lancia. Set 1 pass. Plasma take. Favorite contact into our Elemental Hero core. And swung for game. On to game 3, though. We did not get to go first, of course. Which had me a little worried. My hand wasn't really anything to disrupt my opponent with. But fortunately enough, Herald, pretty much what wins me this is Droplet. So, hero players, you gotta play Droplet. I'm sorry, if you're not playing Droplet in your build, Imperm does just not do enough. Because if you go against Splight, what are you going to target, man? Because if they make Elf, you're not doing anything to their board. So, Droplet is definitely a must. And since Herald pretty much only banishes from hand or deck, once my monsters hit the field, I was pretty much able to Droplet my opponent. And pretty much did it in the best way because, as you can see, there's the Baguska. We Rivalry for our Liquid Soldier here. Oh, actually, it was Crosskeeper. And I actually couldn't remember my hand. No, we added Liquid Soldier. We did change it to Liquid Soldier because Crosskeeper can't activate because of Herald, so I changed my target. I was like thinking about it, but then he read it before I actually really chose. But as you can see, we fused him away for Ab-Zero. Normal summon Shadow Mist. He let me draw my 2 and discard, which we discarded the Spirit Neos there, which I honestly wish I kept him, but it was okay. Now we activate Droplet, sending both our Ab-Zero, and I was still thinking on what to send next, so I actually just sent Shadow Mist as well. We negate IP and Baguska, because we just had to negate Baguska. Actually, we didn't negate Baguska. We negated Elf and IP because Ab-Zero was going to wipe the board. Then we just Fusion Destiny because that was pretty much all we had left. He shuffles back my Destiny heroes, so I was pretty much just left with just DPE, which is completely fine. I believe it was I don't remember what was in my hand. It had to have been a mass change. But it's pretty much just going to be DPE, beat down you guys. We get the normal summon Shadow Mist, swing, and then we pretty much take it there. And round 3. Good old Evil Twin Splites. I know you guys pretty much see this game, like duel, almost every other Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode, but unfortunately your boy did not get this one. Pretty much Konami Time Rules just completely screws me, man, because it's like in the game 3, it's like there's so many things I could have done differently and things like that, but man, like it was like 3 minutes left. I'm like, I gotta hit him, and plus I did Hero Lives as well, so I'm like, okay, well, I had to use Hero Lives. I just had to. So I was like, I gotta figure out a way to. Pretty much what makes me lose this game 1 is my hand was actually great. You know what made it suck? Increase was in my goddamn hand. That's why when I used Ferris, I didn't use his effect because, so it's like I know sometimes people are playing 3-2 increase. I mean, I can't do it, man. I can't play 2 increase, but I just can't do it. So pretty much the increase in my hand just makes you lose. But it's like your boy Rogue Hero said. Shout outs to Rogue Hero if you guys are subscribed to him. Like he was saying in one of his live streams, it's just like when you're playing like a tier 2 deck in a format like this, you can't survive with a brick hand. You just can't. Like, you can't afford to get a brick hand in a meta like this. So I could have made it work with the increase, but he had just too much stuff on the board. But anyway, this is game 2 with me going first. As you can see, we have this insane chain link where Solid Soldier's chain link 1 targeting Stratos, Crosskeeper's chain link 2, and then we draw our cards, and Stratos comes back out. Excuse me, sorry. But yeah, I love the Solid Soldier. I'm actually really liking playing Solid Soldier again. Plus, if you start off with Solid Soldier, if you really can't get far in your combo, you can make Baguska. If you're under Shifter, you summon your Solid Stratos, search for your next play, make Baguska, and pass, But unfortunately, we never had to deal with any kind of situation like that. But as you can see, my board is going absolutely nuts. We have Cross, DPE, Ab-Zero. I was trying to... I couldn't remember. I think I was trying to make Plasma. Yeah, we do make Plasma here. As you can see, there's the Plasma. We set a Mass Change face down. And I cannot remember what the other card was. I don't think it was a Floodgate. If it was a Floodgate, it was probably... I remember what it was. It was definitely Summon Limit, I believe. I think it was Summon Limit. But as you can see, he banishes my Neos with the Ballisteel card, which, that doesn't do... Oh, I know what it was. It was the Fusion card. It wasn't, It wasn't, sorry, I'm blanking out. It definitely wasn't the Summon Limit. So we Mass Change into Dark Law because DPE was about to get banished. But unfortunately for me, my attack monsters got Lightning Stormed. And then I pretty much just had to deal with this board here. So my board kind of gets broken, but thankfully I was able to, make a comeback. Thanks mostly to just... a lot of people don't like to deal with Absolute Zero, man. Like, they're just like, golly, man, how do I get rid of this card without losing my whole board? What sucks is I could have, I think, Favorite contacted, but, with Gigantic Sprite, I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to have to wait. Because I just don't like that makes both players locked. So I'm like, come on, man. Like, what's that card got to do with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's... like, I mean, either way, people shouldn't be summoning shit during, other people's turns. I'm like... when you're doing your turn and then they're just like, I'm gonna use my Tier Element monster? Mill? Okay. Fusion? Like, that shouldn't happen, but anyway. As you can see, I got Underworld Goddess, which really sucks. I lost my DPE. And then this Underworld Goddess can't be targeted, so as you can see, I'm gonna do a play where I try to triple attack its talents. But it doesn't target, so I ended up having to give it back to my opponent. So I pretty much just ripped so I was like, well, I'm not going to really want to draw 2 cards because I just put Malicious on top of the deck. So I decided just to rip the Sprite starter he grabbed, so his hand would be completely empty. We Favorite Contact into the Shining Neos. That boy targets. So I destroyed the Underworld Goddess, and he was big enough to swing for game because he gains 300 for each monster in your grave. So that boy was thick. So... game 3, however, this is, where the BS happens. Pretty much time's an ass, man. So as you can see, I get a Nightmare Ibly on my side of the field, and I was telling my opponent, because we play a lot, so I was just like, you monster. But thankfully for heroes, we have big monsters, so... I Foolish Burial Shadow Mist to search for Ferris and literally just tribute the ability. And I'm just like, tribute? Summon? And he was like, oh yeah, I guess you do have big monsters. I was like, yeah, that's what I say. And I was like, oh. Because literally when it summoned to my field, I was like, well, good thing I have big monsters in my deck. So, as you can see, Increase got negated. Our Field was empty. We Hero lives. Strato Sunrise. Sucky enough for me, when I Miracle Fusion, he had Ghost Spell. Ghost Spell, of all things, man. So, we could have really done a lot more, but time was just an ass, man. And the Evil Twins cards, he won anyway because time was higher and time was called. But when he swung and did his battle and stuff like that, I could have been able to, okay, Wonder Driver's going to put Increase here. When you attack directly, I can summon Spirit Neos, I could have survived, but it didn't matter. As you can see, I go first this game. My hand was actually really bad. It was kind of just summon Sunrise and yeah, it was one of those hands where it's like, well, shit, all I have is defuse and pass. And you see we get crossed here. We cross, but Malicious gets freaking banished. And yeah, this was the other Emancipator matchup, but with splites in it, a lot more. I don't think the other deck was playing splites, but yeah, this game was golly, it was annoying. Pretty much, I just wanted to stop all the Emancipator stuff because I was just like, dude, I don't want you to get all these free bodies on the field, man. Pretty much, the boards get wiped. He has Sprite starter, of course, so and then he's gonna just proceed to make his board anyway. I don't know what made that come out of nowhere. I don't know if it's a deck that you guys are aware about, but add Emancipator Sprites. It's goddamn annoying. So you're gonna make these synchro monsters, and they got these little twos. It's like they do all that Emancipator stuff first, and then they do their sprite plays, and it's just like, golly, man. Like, why are y'all making so many decks just so splashable? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, Tears are splashable as hell. Splites are splashable as hell. Albaz is splashable as hell. I'm like, can we just go back to just archetype crap only, please? Like, I miss that. Like, I'm so tired of seeing like these just mixtures of decks. It's like so annoying. But we had I'm sorry you guys couldn't see most of my board, but we had D-Force. So we did get we did search for Plasma, and I'm only playing one D-Force, you guys. I'm not playing multiple, just the one. Like, the deck is already 50. Like, so if I just see it, I see it. Okay, like I don't feel like running 3 D-Force in my deck. I just don't, because it's like, if once I use it the one time, what's the other 2 gonna do for me? You know what I'm saying? So there's a million ways for me to search Plasma, so I'm just like, it's not a D-Force. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad for you to run 3 D-Force if it works for you, just not for me. It's just like I can search for this card like all the time. So the only time I'd want to see 3 D-Forces is if I'm playing a more Destiny Hero focused deck, and if the format is just like, like Plasma just craps on everybody. That'd be like the one time. I mean, he kind of does, but it's not like someone sees it and they're just like, well, I guess I'll lose, because he's still affected by stuff like Droplet. So anyway, as you can see, gosh, I wasn't paying attention because I was too busy talking to you guys. But I'm trying to figure. Oh yeah, I think I pretty much I survived here because he put the Sprite Jet in defense. I was left with 300 life points, you guys, and he said that was like he was just like, why did I do that? I'm just like, it is what it is. And then we pretty much just come back to win the game. I impermed the Sprite Red just because I just wanted a monster effect to go out, but we still had Carrot to deal with, which I kind of forgot about. Malicious got hit with a Bestial, which is so annoying. Vion successfully sends Mist, Shadow Mist for a search, but Shadow Mist actually gets banned, and that got negated. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what happened here. We make DPE, which wipes the board. We use DPE's effect to pop itself. And it's pretty much just going to be one of those DPE control guys. So, foolish sense. Shadow Mist. Oh, we couldn't send Mist, but we sent Denier. Denier put Malicious back. And it was pretty much just going to be a hero beatdown the whole time, because he summons a monster, I immediately pop it, and it was... Oh yeah, when he summoned the second card, you guys, this was the game I had summon limit. So the minute I flipped summon limit on him, he was like, yeah, I guess you got it. And on to game 3, we don't get to go first. So you can see, I don't think I had any disruptions this time. So he's just good to pop off. He makes an Emancipator card, reveal, summon that guy. He bestials his own jet. Searches. I don't think it searches. I'm sorry. He makes Elf, bring back that. Like why is there so many good level 2s? It's ridiculous. But as you can see, he didn't make a very dangerous board, which is really great for me. Stratos successfully searches. Ferris pitch missed. Get increase back here. We use increase effect, I'm sure. Attributing to Ferris. Here comes increase. Oh, hold on. Yeah. I guess he was trying to bestial something. I don't know. I kind of forgot what just happened there. But yeah, as you can see, we kind of just make our. Oh yeah, I see the elf. Rock back blue, and then yeah. We pretty much just get to blow up anyway, because here comes the sunrise. We miracle fusion. I don't think we miracle fusion right away. Oh yeah, because he activated monster effect. I'm sorry you guys can't see it, because I activated triple tactics talents to take his monster. We make plasma. Well, I was actually changing what I was going to make for plasma. He flips this card. I can't remember what it was. This Splight thing is basically going to take control of plasma. But because I tributed Ab-Zero, it wiped the board. And I pretty much just got it because I also had a Fusion Destiny. And final round, we start off with Fusion Destiny once again. And then tier elements, guys. But there's also tier elements with branded stuff. So very interestingly. So I was like, okay, well, I think Plasma's going to make this one an easy win, because unfortunately I did not have access to Dark Law here. I think it was actually just straight up DPE Plasma pass. I don't think we had any hand traps. He bestials my Malicious. We used. I forgot why DPE was gone. I used DPE to pop the Paraplanet. Sorry, sometimes when the thing's going so fast, I can't see it. But yeah, we used DPE to pop the field spell. It's pretty much just gonna be Plasma DPE beatdown, because we actually activated the D-Force when our turn started. So Plasma attacks twice. Normal summoned increase, because you know he loves me. But Plasma and DPE were enough to end the game alone. So game 2, however, he goes first. So when I saw the Albast stuff, I was like, huh? I was like, the what? Because I was like, you only had like tier stuff. Where the hell did this branded stuff come from? But yeah, this was actually a really fun match. But unfortunately enough, I drew. I was really wanting to win, but first place is the only one that gets the Yugioh Day playmat, and then the raffle. We just have this guy at our locals. Anytime we have a raffle, he always wins. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I got lucky the one time with the the Dark World structure deck. I got the raffle on that one, but he won the event with the Dark World, so he couldn't get it from the raffle because he won. So when when they did the raffle, I got it. So I was like, golly. So if you don't win, then you're gonna get it from the raffle anyway, which is absolutely nuts. But if you guys couldn't tell, which you guys can't see, which of course I'm sorry, I had Necro Valley. I sided Necro Valley. Pretty much just ruins my opponent's day. Because a lot of the branded, a lot of the traps that I like to run now, like the branded banishment, and I can't remember, like even branded in red. You can't use branded in red. Can't use anybody to shuffle things back from the grave. Can't branded banishment because you can't revive from the graveyard. So I pretty much just go for like a control here. We make Baguska, but what I should have done, I should have just continued to be more patient with Necro Valley, because my opponent was just really, really, really not able to play under this card. But unfortunately, like, I thought I had a play where I was like, okay, I think I have enough things to actually stop my opponent now. Because once I drew like my other copy of Necro Valley, yeah, I think this is what we did. We're using the second Stratos to destroy some spells and traps. I wanted to get rid of that banishment, but then, he actually got rid of the Stratos I targeted with Mass Change, but I was still able to pop a spell or trap, but we hit Super Poly, so thank God. I was glad we hit the Super Poly. But yeah, Necro Valley was pretty much just what was keeping me good in this game, but once I saw my other copy of Necro Valley, I was like, okay, I think I can do something here, because I, set the Necro Valley I had, sending the face-up one, and then when I started doing plays, oh yeah, and I had to check with the judge, because we had a judge there, so it was actually good to activate favorite contact underneath Necro Valley. It's just like nothing from the grave can go back in the deck, but because I have banished hand and field, I was actually able to shuffle other things back in for the necessary fusion summon. I was kind of getting killed because I got rid of the Necro Valley, and he just normals Albaz, swings, because my life points were very low, but we had the Spirit Neos to protect. I forgot what I had. I think I added End Shuffle with this, but thankfully for me, his main phase 2. But I think because he was running out of fusion resources, because he was about to spit out a Masquerade. I was like, yeah, that doesn't work. You gotta do something else. He made that guy. Yeah, the Dragos. He made the Drago. That's not Dragos Tapelia. It's the Parada Plant guy. Whatever. So he just puts a counter on Neos, which, funny enough, kind of sucked because I was like, well, I can't activate his effect to shuffle him back to get vanilla. But with Necro Valley, of course, we Miracle Fusioned from the field because we had a normal summon our Absolute Zero. Oh, I think this is when we did it. This is when we set the new Necro Valley because we wanted to use Crosskeeper to get our Shadow Mist. And then we were going to link, I believe we linked those two off, but we were going to link them off, but, he started doing branded crap. So, unfortunately enough for me, I wasn't able to do anything, so we reactivated the Necro Valley we set. I couldn't activate Absolute Zero because of Masquerade. I couldn't. I had 400 life. I couldn't use the effect to burn. I mean, I couldn't use his effect to wipe the board, which really sucked. But he had branded, and he had branded opening anyway. But actually, the branded opening wouldn't have activated because I had Necro Valley. But game 3, however, you guys, we actually just draw. So I'll just let you enjoy the clip. But I'm just gonna make my closing statements. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode. It was amazing. I had a really, really fun time. Unexpected. I actually didn't know it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, which was fun. And we went 3-1-1, and we ended up getting the Yu-Gi-Oh! Day Field Center. And I'm definitely got a deck profile coming for you guys. The playmat's coming soon. But anyway, guys, this is going to be your boy Trinity Wolf signing out. I'll see you next one.